This video is a breathwork practice that you can do before any other yoga practice or by itself. It's more of an energizing breathwork practice, so maybe don't do it right before you're trying to go to sleep, but an excellent way to start the day and to really integrate yourself into your own body. Our bodies are our vehicles that we use to move through life, to experience all the physical sensations that this beautiful world has to offer. And it's a practice to really integrate your own body as your home, to get to know yourself, to become aware of your habits, your tendencies, to become aware of the places that maybe need a little bit more attention, more love, so that you can become more well-rounded and balanced. So to begin, I recommend having a pillow or a block to prop your hips up on. It's not necessary, but it does alleviate some pressure in the hips and the low back. And you can either sit cross-legged or up on your shins. And if you have a pillow, you can place it between your hips and your heels to take off some of the pressure in the knees. So those are your options. You get comfortable, you check in with yourself. Maybe you sit differently every time you practice, but because you're here, you're present, you can make that conscious decision. So finding a comfortable seat, and then go ahead and take your hands to your hips. And I just want you to become aware of your lower body. So your pelvis, your legs, your pubic bone is in the front, and the two sit bones root down in the back. And so a lot of times we as a society tend to kind of sit like this. Our front body, our organ body, our lungs, our heart are smushed, they're crumpled, we're collapsing in on ourselves. Our gaze is down, which means our vision is cut off, and we're just in this hunchback position. And life is already going to make you a hunchback, so we want to work on mediating the front and the back body and being open in the front body. And the best way to do that is to start with a really solid foundation. And so we work with the lower body first to set up that foundation so that we can build up on it. And so you press your pubic bone forward like you're putting your foot on the gas pedal just to prop yourself forward. And you can feel the difference when you're sitting back on the sit bones, back in the kidneys. It's very damp, very watery, very soggy down here, versus when you're plugging your pubic bone in and it ricochets all the way up the front body, and all of a sudden you're open and you're available to what lies ahead of you. So we begin in the low body. You grab your hands on your hips, got a nice little handle. If you prefer, you can also cup your hands onto your knees, but I like this version. And before we do anything, just let go of any expectations, let go of the need to do this perfectly. It's a practice. We're doing it together. You build upon it each time you revisit this technique. As you inhale, and we'll start slow, you'll press your pubic bone forward and tilt the sit bones up. And then as you exhale, you'll plug the sit bones in. Inhale towards the pubic bone. Exhale towards the tail. Inhale and exhale. And close your eyes now so you can really picture your pubic bone as you breathe in and your tailbone as you breathe out. And then we'll start to pump the breath and pump the body. So you sync your body with your breath, and it sounds like this. Inhale, exhale. Pubic bone, tailbone. Pubic bone, tailbone. In, out. We start in the lower body because this is our foundation. If your body was a house, keep going with the breath, then this would be your basement. We're creating this steadiness, this foundation, but at the same time enlivening the rest of the body and preparing ourselves for as we move upwards. So a few more here. Inhale, exhale, speed it up if you've lost it a little bit, like you're striking a match. Forward, back, in, out. You can add the arms to start to open up the chest already. Inhale, exhale, last 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. End up pitched forward towards your pubic bone, so you're really plugged down. Circle the arms overhead, breathe in, and then hold the breath in. Find a lift of the pelvic floor. Press your pubic bone down so that you're grounded. And then feel your attention, your energy draw all the way up through the tips of the fingers, through the crown of the head and above. Taking another sip of air. One more through the mouth. And a joyous release to exhale. Keep your eyes closed and just rest your palms in your lap, face up, face down, whatever comes naturally. Take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just noticing what it feels like to have put your attention, to have built a little heat in the lower body. Then when you're ready, you'll blink the eyes open and we'll move to the torso. If our body was a house, this would be like our living quarters. Our lungs, you can image them as two big windows that you want to open up to create a cross breeze so there's no still or stagnant air. Your right side, your masculine, would be like your office, the side of doing, of action. Your left side, nurturing, the kitchen. So for this technique, we're going to balance out the left and the right sides. So you're going to take your hands over your shoulders. The thumbs wrap around the back side of the shoulders. Make sure your elbows are in the same line as the shoulders. You'll inhale to your left and exhale to your right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep going side to side. You can feel a rise from the crown of the head lifting you up, but you're still plugged in through the lower body. So you have this steady foundation even as you begin to work the side body, the front, the back, both lungs. Inhale, exhale. Just aerating yourself, becoming a little less dense, a little bit more buoyant. Keep going, a few more moments here. Inhale, exhale, lift the elbows a little bit higher. Keep your attention on your breath. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Circle the arms overhead. Interlace every finger but your pointer. Lift the pelvic floor. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Take 3 more sips of air. In. Hold it. Press the lungs forward. Feel ripe. Feel full. And then exhale and release. Resting the hands in the lap, taking a moment just to observe the subtle effects of this practice. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Then open your eyes when you're ready. Now we're moving on up to the rooftop deck. Up here is where you have your greatest visions, your insights, your intuition. It's like the rooftop deck. You can see out as far as you possibly can. And we tend to get very stuck in the mind and it becomes overwhelming and there's just a lot going on. So this breath technique is meant to just clear out some of the chaos that resides in our minds, which I'm sure you have experienced once or twice before. This is just an exhale technique, Kapalabhati, breath of fire. The inhales will come naturally. All you have to do is focus on what you're clearing out, what you're letting go of. So it's an exhale, exhale, exhale. You can see my belly button, or you can't see my belly button, but you can see my belly snapping back towards the spine. So that's what we're gonna do. The arms are overhead. Make little cups with the hands. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, empty. Inhale to a comfortable level. And exhale, begin. Out, 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 out. You're pulling the belly button back to the spine, snapping the diaphragm. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As I said, this is a clearing breath. You're just focusing on what you're releasing, what you're letting go of, and the inhales come naturally. Exhale, 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 exhale. Keep going. Notice any resistance in the mind that comes up that says, this is hard, this is uncomfortable. Perfect. You're moving through all of those obstacles that arise in this moment. So keep going. Exhale, exhale. Get stronger through the arms, root down through the lower body, lift up through the crown of the head. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up and overhead. Find that lift of the pelvic floor. Draw the navel in and up. Seal the chin to the chest, and you can even bring your gaze to the space between the eyebrows, the third eye center. Settle the awareness above the crown of the head. Take those 3 sips of air in, in, in. Hold it. Calm the mind. Keep the breath in. Taking another sip of air. And exhale, release. One last time, resting the palms in the lap, just in a comfortable position. The eyes remain closed. Breathing in. Breathing out. Taking a moment to reflect on which breath technique felt most comfortable, which one felt most challenging, where you can spend a little bit more time strengthening your weaknesses. And just revisiting this practice as often as you need to integrate yourself into your own body, this beautiful home that you live in. Thank you so much for practicing with me and trying something maybe you haven't done before. I can't wait to hear your experience. Feel free to share how you felt, how you're feeling now, before or after, with me by just sending a message through the app. And I'll see you guys next time.